With English literature as well, sometimes we don't categorize the music, the what's going on right now is be like post contemporary, postmodern, post contemporary terms, stuff like that. But so we're talking about rhyme with Grandmaster Flash and Furious Five. We're gonna play this in a minute, but what we can start by, I'm sure you all know how to pick up a rhyme scheme in a poem, analyzing the later lines of a piece to compare how they rhyme. Easily, y'all could do this along on your sheets, but well, okay. Okay, we have broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stairs and they just don't care. So that would be A. We start off with broken glass everywhere, and then people pissing on the stairs. No, they just don't care. Care rhymes with where. So that's another. That would be another A. You'll be checking for another air sound in this verse. In this isn't even exactly a verse. Yes, it is. Short verse. Okay, yeah. But okay, I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. That would be B. Noise B. Got no money to move out. Guess got no choice. Would be B also. And as we can see, even just speeding, so rats in the front with roses in the back. C. Junkies in the alley with a baseball bat. C. Try to get away, but I couldn't get far. D. Because a man with a tow truck repossessed my car. D. That's so. In this stanza, you have A, B, B, C, C, D, D rhyme scheme. And then the hook, sometimes a hook would also be called a chorus. Uh, Hook would be more street language, but it's still a chorus, the repetitious nature of a chorus as with the musical, a regular musical song. But sometimes within rap, rap comes from a street language and all, but it's still considered more of a hook than a chorus because chorus is more usually more melodic, ups and downs and the whole thing. So this would be just a hook, but and it's different because of how it's spoken. It's a spoken language. It's pretty much spoken melody, but it's just still flat because as he raps, it's like don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. Um, as opposed to if he was singing like "Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge" or something like that. A little bit more musical, but it's really like straightforward. Um, but yeah, so that's rap. This is the rap and everything. Edge would rhyme with, so we could start this rhyme scheme selection all over again. Edge would rhyme with head. So that's A. Sometimes it's like a jungle. Sometimes that would be B. Makes me wonder how I keep from going under. And then that would be C. So it'll be B, C. We're still looking out for another repetition of that rhyme scheme, but that's essentially the chorus and the hook. And it repeats in the song. He just repeats that same hook chorus over again, just like that.
Kind of rhymed wonder with under, too.
Yes, we will get to those. Right, internal rhyme. Those are examples of internal rhymes, and those are very important. It's going to be a lot more important when we get to the next song. But one thing to think about when writing, when in rap, and writing your own rhymes of poetry and like, I know because y'all was talking about, said you want to learn about rhyme before. One thing, rhyme and music, poetry, they all have a certain timing to it. It's a timing nature to it. Even while we like Edgar Allan Poe's, because a lot of his stuff was written in a perfect meter. Even if you didn't have music playing behind it, you could just hear it. The poetry is about the musicality of language, but when it's written, timed out perfectly by syllables. Meter is measured in syllables. I'm pretty sure y'all know that part already. But meter is measured in syllables. So Edgar Allan Poe, he had his syllable game cut up so smoothly, so effortlessly, so like as I said, you could hear his rhyme. You would be forced to follow his rhyme even without any musical assistance behind it. Um, I sometimes think of rapping and music. It's like basketball or any sport. I meant to say this. I was thinking about this earlier. When writing or doing or writing a poem or a song or even straight out prose, honestly, think of it like a sport that you're good at. Try to imagine a sport that you're good at.
None.
Well, dancing and poetry are the exact same thing.
That is true. It's very much on the beat of
Right.
it's a young underbeat of it.
Yes. Right. I think of it like a sport though, because it's like every clap on the track. You're gonna hear it when you hear the track. It'll be the snare drum. The music is measured in a certain count, 4/4s, 4/4 count, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, musical count, or even a different time signature. Most music is written in the most popular music, especially hip hop, is written in a basic 4/4 count. You always going to be clapping on one. It's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you clap on the downbeat. Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and clapping on the downbeat on the 2 and the 4. And what you do when you rapping though, you want to be ending your rhymes when the clap ending of that musical measure is coming. So you kind of you want to aim for that. Imagine like you're shooting a basketball and you throw the shot up and you want it to be falling. It's always going to go through a hole. It's always going to go into the net. Throw the shot up and then when it goes through, it's the of the net snap. And but you can think of it, but just thinking mentally because when you're doing it, you're going back and forth. You still got to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Even if it was football, like you running it, sometimes the process of running a whole football to a touchdown takes longer than just basketball. But it's still you running it. You're trying to go from goal line to goal line. And you just want to mentally think of I'm chasing the goal line as fast as possible. Or even if it's soccer, even kicking a lot and you trying to get it down, it was like you dribbling. Soccer and basketball are the same thing. It's just like you're dribbling the ball. And you're dribbling with the pen and the thoughts and everything also. Um, but yeah, and so we're going to move forward though. We're going to get to playing the song in just a moment. He said, so let's read through this though. So we got to understand. We know rhyme scheme. We're going to read through this together, and then so we can just talk about some of the things that we're seeing here. So be on the lookout for what the song is talking about as a whole, your thoughts, and be on the lookout for imagery as with all poetry, all writing, be on the lookout for imagery because imagery for one would be the things that you can see that the writer mentions that you can see outright, but also be on the lookout for other sensory details because they create the world around sensory details, smelling, touch, feeling, hearing, other things like that. So you can put yourself into the moment of the poem and you use those sensory details as your guiding light within the craft. And so, yeah, we'll start this from the top. How about I'll read the first. I'll read to the second line when it says hook. So it's like a jungle. Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Like a jungle sometimes make me wonder how I keep from going under. It would be said twice. Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stairs, they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise, got no money to move out. I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far because a man with a tow truck repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's a great song. And then standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breezes blow. Crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails. Used to be a fag hag. She said she'll dance the tango, skip the light fandango. A zircon princess seemed to lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she could tell a story to the girls back home. She went to the city and got Social Security. She had to get a pimp. She couldn't make it on her own. And then there would be the hook again. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Like a jungle sometimes. All right. All right. How about you take the next stanza, Michaela?
My brother's doing bad, still my mother's TV. So she watches too much, it's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game when the sugar cray fight. Bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, digit inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. A young King Kong standing on my back. Can't stop to turn around, broke my yeah.
Sacroiliac bone.
Yeah, sure.
That.
A mid-range migraine, cancer membrane. Sometimes I think I'm going insane. I swear I might hijack a plane.
How about you give a run of the hook?
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Yeah. Like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Why am I reading this and thinking that it's another song?
Yeah.
I prevail to do this.
I dig it. I dig it. I feel you. Honestly, thinking about it, comparing it to a metal song. It's dark. It's darkness here. What was your name again, bro?
Vincent.
Vincent. All right, Vincent. How about you take the next stanza?
Okay. Because my son said, "Daddy, I don't want to go to school because the teacher's a jerk. He must think I'm a fool. All the kids smoke reefer. I think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job, learn to be a street sweeper, or dance to the beat, shuffle my feet, wear a shirt and tie, and run with the creeps. Because it's all about money, ain't a thing funny. You got to have a con in this land of milk and honey. They pushed that girl in front of the train, took her to the doctor, sewed her arm on again, stabbed that man right in his heart, gave him a transplant for a brand new start. I can't walk through the park 'cause it's crazy after dark. Keep my hand on my gun 'cause they got me on the run. I feel like an outlaw. Broke my last glass jaw. Hear them say you want some more, living on a seesaw.
Yeah. And then
It's a jungle don't push me because I'm on the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's a jungle sometimes. Makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
And then, last, a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God is smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. You'll grow in the ghetto, living second rate, and your eyes will sing a song of deep hate. The places you play and where you stay looks like one great big alleyway. You'll admire all the number of book takers, the pimps pushing thugs, pimps, and pushers, and the big money makers, driving big cars, spending 20s and 10s, and you want to grow up to be just like them. Smugglers, scramblers, burglars, gamblers, pickpocket peddlers, even panhandlers. You say, I'm cool, I'm no fool, but then you wind up dropping out of high school. Now you're unemployed, all null and void, walking around like your pretty boy Floyd turned stick-up kid. Look what you done did. Got set up for an 8-year bid. Now your manhood is took and you're a Maytag. Spend the next 2 years as an undercover fag, being used and abused and served like hell till one day you was found hung dead in the cell. It was plain to see that your life was lost. You was cold and your body swung back and forth. Now your eyes sing the sad, sad song of how you lived so fast and died so young. So don't push me. But
It's so sad.
it is very sad. This like
Black Heart Effects. Who did this?
Black Heart Effects.
Heart Effects.
Heart Effects.
Yeah,
Bang.
they're like straight up. album people.
Yeah.
They have a picture of Bob Ross painting one of their album covers. It's like, and right beside this disembodied head, we're going to paint a happy little demon.
Okay. Word up. I can dig it. I can dig it. Oh yeah. Well, some of the imagery that sticks out here is a lot of. What are some of the images that stick out to you all?
It's really weird because it's not like a lot of um adjectives. I would say it's just stating what's there, but you can. For me, I could see everything really clearly.
It's like I'm there with him, like kind of walking around, seeing everything and seeing like how terrible the place is, and
Right.
like seeing the hardships of the people and seeing it through their eyes almost, I guess.
Right.
And it's weird because, like in a book, I think authors they feel like they have to explain and like describe everything super super detailed. But here it's not like really detailed. You just get the emotion there. It kind of makes you see it.
Right.
And also for me, it's like, and sometimes you drive by places like this, like going through, for example, just the South Side of Richmond. Been there a lot. I've seen people down there. And so it's like you're just like driving through that area, and you're just like, okay, gonna stay close to him, scared to death here.
Yeah. It looks shaky out there. I mean, it's.
And then it's like, you see it from this perspective, and you're like, they're into this, struggling to never know what they're on.
Right.
Yeah.
This is one reason why I chose to pick this song to discuss. It shows it's a lot of what hip hop, what it did at the beginning was a bit of social commentary. They were trying to show street hood life to the people, the audience outside, because a lot of people felt like a lot of black people who were living this life felt like the image of black life was not that was being portrayed to the media was not this. Like they thought people were happy, weren't happy, weren't satisfied with. As dark as it sounds, as is this place, pissy stairwells, garbage pails, hookers on the street, pimps, pushers, everybody. I mean, it. You see all of these things, and sometimes at one point you, instead of being super focused on one detail, you don't have to be focused on the trash can. The trash on the trash can is open. There's grime on the trash can. It's next to a street light. It's one thing. Instead of just focusing on one thing, you could give them a sequence of multiple images, and then it paints more of a story. We don't want to just see it from one angle. We need to see the whole image. And I've yet to say this, but I'm gonna say it now. It's always better to show and not tell. Show more than tell. Um, You'll hear that any other writing courses, you're going to hear that forever. Show and not tell. So he does a great job of just showing us as opposed to just saying so much of we feeling bad. I'm living a hard life. I got, stuff like that. He just shows it with a lot of the imagery here. Watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breeze, standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window. He puts you right there in that moment where he is, what he's doing, looking out. Watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breeze blow, crazy lady come through walking down the street, she eating out of garbage pails. Then he started to think about her life. What did she used to be? She probably could have been, she used to be so much more. Zircon princess, seemed to lost a senses. I forgot, I researched what Zircon was. I can't remember it's all what it was. But she said she'll dance the tango, skip the light fandango. She'll skip the light like movie theaters. Like, she could, but now she's sitting here eating out of garbage pail. So he's imagining what this woman, this downtrodden woman, she could have been. She went to all of these things that happened to her, and then she got caught up in the life and living the street life. And then, and so he starts off talking about one person himself looking out, and he sees this woman, focused on her. And so then for another instance of everybody that's living in here in this street life, he goes thinking about his brother. My brother's doing bad, stole my mother's TV. Instead of just saying my brother's doing bad, he a drunkie, he a da-da-da-da, he stole my mother's TV. What could he be doing so bad that he done stole my mother's TV? So it's just like a bit of good poetry, good art.
Especially for 83, 70s a TV.
Yeah, you're right about
Very
that.
true.
Very true.
Like how our
I
TV
never
videos
thought
from like, is that actually from like actually that was like this big. I was like, okay, you guys do it.
A lot of
That's a good
art.
point. I never thought about it.
Well,
Oh, and the coins
Oh, when he said reefer, I started
is it
laughing.
cheaper gemstone? They're still like very expensive. It's more expensive than cubic zirconia.
right,
Gotcha.
But and then zircon comes in a lot of different colors.
right.
I just looked it up.
Oh, great. I thank you for that. Definitely. You should do that. You should do that. This thing has a lot of different. Anytime you're reading something, they make a reference to something that you don't know, you should look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you can know what the author was talking about, but even more so that that's just be a whole nother thing of knowledge for you to have for later. You could throw it in something else. But you know, artists, writers, they are meant to be educators. All writers are they trying to teach you something. And I will say the name of the song is called The Message, but nowhere in this entire song do you ever hear anybody say this is the message at all. It's like good art, good art in general. The message of the piece is inherent in the piece. You got to take in all of it, like each verse, and then the message is somewhere in between there. The feeling, the message is the feeling that the art creates. And so, what would be the message of this piece? Think about that. I'll probably get you to answer that in a moment. But there's a lot of imagery and the rhyming. He tells about it. Man, I think I just lost my train of thought once I said that. There's good poetry lines. There's some of the stuff I don't need to focus on because I can already tell you I'll catch some of this. But as I said, the message in itself is in the feeling of the piece. Not so much the choruses, the lyrics, each line by line, even the wittiest sequence of rhyme schemes, so to speak. The message in any song is more in the entire experience of the song. Um, and so, well,